And he'll come out. Ewing will check in. Well, you knew these kids would grow up sometime under Mike Krzyzewski. All they lost was 3 of the best 10 players in college basketball from last year.
Right. Young players, you got to give them a chance to grow and develop. They expect a lot.
Got by Williams that time. They took it out in the corner.
Well, Smith has been flat on his shot.
Boy, he is. He's just ice cold. Cold as the weather right now. Dante Jones.
Good job by Casey Sanders. Boy, that's a good, strong rebound by Casey.
And then Sanders fouled. Jermaine Harper picks up the personal. Non-shooting foul, and the 1 on each team here in the second half. Blocked by Watson, foul by Watson. That will be 3 on the senior power forward.
Nice little shovel pass from Sheldon Williams. He just catches it up. He's so deep in the post. Watson has to step over and help. Byers doesn't get there. Somebody's got to step up and stop that basketball. Get square in front of the offensive player.
Dante Jones at the line where he's a 76% free throw shooter. And misses the first, and his touch has just been off in the month of February. Brown comes in. Watson will have to go out with those 3 fouls, at least temporarily.
But you know, I like his mechanics, Mike. He's got good mechanics shooting the ball. It's just one of those things, man. It's just not going in. And as a player, you just have those moments.
And if you're a shooter, you just keep shooting.
You keep shooting, baby. It'll start going in sooner or later. And as soon as the first one goes in, you forget about that slump. You're hot again.
Byers will try to 3. Hits the rim twice and comes off, and it's out to the Blue Devils.
With Watson out of there, there's no rebounding presence. If you're going to shoot those type of shots that quickly and you have no rebounding presence, it's going to be a long, long night.
And I go back to your point. This is a real danger zone for Virginia right here.
Oh,
they need defensive stops, one after the other. 1 for 9 combined shooting in this half.
You know, they're 2 or 3 shots away from just getting blown out of the gym. So
Reddick missed the runner, and Smith lost it out of bounds, but they're going to say touched by Virginia, or touched by Duke.
4 minutes have elapsed, and you saw the inability of both teams shooting the ball, but it's worse if you're Virginia because you're down by so much.
Yeah, so. It's fine with Duke. They've got a 16-point lead. They can afford to go cold. Dillon, nice job to get in the lane. He misses the run. And Williams flattens Byers. Duhan, they left the middle open. Nice shot, and Ewing missed it.
Boy, he had a great look at the basket. Good pass to Ewing. Just couldn't get it down. Byers back to the other end.
He'll try a 3. Harper. Maybe that's the only way to score. Flush one.
Go to the basket. Rebound the ball.
40-26. Cavaliers have been so good at home. Duke's been so poor on the road. Tonight it has been reversed. Duhan double clutch and got it. Tough shot.
Good steal.
Duhan with a steal. Great effort by Chris Duhan.
Duke runs that play where they get a little tug at the shirt. You're going to see Duhan on that play most of the time shooting a driving shot. Trying to create a mismatch with Dante Jones.
Now he'll try a 3. Too strong. Brown got the rebound and he's fouled. 15:36 to go in the game. 42-26 Duke. You can snap that long losing streak, 94-80 over Duke at Wake. And it was a huge night there. It became an instant classic. It'll be on Thursday night on ESPN Classic. 9 p.m. Duke shot 32%. 5 players fouled out. Wake had 3 players foul out of that ball game and had 24 turnovers, even though they shot 52% to Duke's 32%. Wake will be playing Georgia Tech on ESPN2 that night at 7 o'clock.
That'll be a great ball game as well within this conference.
Brown tries to power his way up in the lane and does. Virginia is really struggling from 3-point range tonight, 1 out of 10, and they come in as the second best three-point shooting team in the ACC. Dante Jones with a score, fouled by Smith.
Good strength. I mean, they're struggling. Virginia shooting the ball, period. But Smith, Billett, and Byers are 3 for 17 combined from the floor. Look at Dante Jones. Look at explosion. And he got whacked on the head by Smith.
When people get too many shots like that against the Cavaliers and now give up 70, almost 74 points a game in the ACC, that defense has got to get better if they're going to get better.
Goes inside a little too easy, especially with Watson out of the game. It's just, he brings the toughness they need to stop the basketball and rebound. Otherwise, they go in. Most teams will go right at him every time when he's out of the game.
Dante Jones now with 8 points. This is Billett reaching around foul on Ewing. Defense has been a problem this year for Duke, too, with all the young players.
Yeah, their defense, though, Mike, is one thing that at times is really the most consistent part of their basketball game, especially on the perimeter. They really can get out and guard you on the perimeter. Now, inside, they've struggled at times trying to find different matchups, but these guards get the ball in the hand. They're going up the court.
Harper bounced that one off of the skinny. Dante Jones, good no-look pass, and Billett commits the foul on Horvath. This week, Big Monday, presented by Bud Light, highlighted by a pair of good matchups at 7 Eastern. The Panthers go to Georgetown with Brandon Knight to take on Mike Sweetney. Then at 9, Bob Knight, Texas Tech Red Raiders try to stem the tide and go against the Texas Longhorns and T.J. Ford. It's a 9 o'clock start on Big Monday.
J.J. Redick twisted his ankle a little bit there on that play.
Horvath, who's a good free throw shooter, misses the first. And Redick will sit down and get a little bit of a breather, and they'll take a look at it.
When you're that young, you twist it, you're fine. You're our twister. I mean, it takes 6 months to heal.
If I twisted, they just haven't cut it off. 14:40 to go in the game. Brown backing in against Horvath. There's that little fadeaway, likes that shot.
Nice touch by Elton Brown. Good back down, right over top.
46-30. And Elton Brown is in with 10 points. Foul on Horvath. That'll be 4 on Nick Horvath, who's been used to foul problems.
Set that screen as a big player up top. You have to let the guard, the opposite guard, bring the man to you. The defender, he has to rub him off of you. A lot of times young guys will stand up that top and they'll move just a little bit trying to get some of that guard, make sure they set a screen. Horvath is upperclassman. He knows better. Need to go right at him, though. Brown. Elton Brown said they can draw another foul on him.
Good step out by Dante Jones to keep Billett from getting a wide open shot. But Justice Matt off the bench, he missed. Devin Smith, offensive rebound, he missed. And Dante Jones clears for Duke. Comes Duhan, number 1 in the ACC in assists, better than 7 a game. And his assist-to-turnover ratio is incredible, almost 2.5 to 1. Ewing, nice drive. He can't hit. There's a lid on that thing in the second half. Brown against Horvath with 4 fouls, now make it 5. Horvath's gone with 13:41.
That's 4 on, I think that's 4 on Horvath.
Now, they told us 4 before.
Pass up court. Elton Brown catches it. Nice spin move. Shows a lot of versatility.
You just can't reach in and slap like that.
Got a lot of basketball, but still, when you reach away from your body, you're going to call that 9% of the time.
You know, they always say you can't play defense with your hands.
Nope. Move those foots.
Brown out of Newport News, Virginia, hits this one. So he really worked hard to get stronger in the offseason. I mean, already a big young man. Travis Watson will come back in as Horvath comes out. And Casey Sanders will check back in for Duke. Dockery is already off the bench. So Pete Gillen and Mike Krzyzewski matching substitution.
Yeah, I think Elton Brown, like I said, he's got a lot of potential. I really like this young man. He's got to do a better job on the backboard. I think he becomes more consistent rebounding the ball, which he's going to have to pick up the slack. Earn more minutes. That foul was on Ewing, by the way.
That was fortunate for Horvath.
Yep.
Brown has a game-high 12 points. Virginia doing a better job shooting than Duke, but not much. Redick is back in. Duhan.
Williams, I was getting ready to say, needs to touch it some. Nice move.
Got away from Brown.
Oh, man, what a move.
Woo! Sheldon Williams is having one heck of a game.
That was a big-time move. I mean, did a good job of turning his shoulders and completing the hip turn to get in low. Most of the time, young guys will catch that ball and they get stopped right there. But look at him make sure he gets square to that basket.
Boy, Brown got away with a little push.
Yeah, he did.
On the initial move.
Gave him a bump, created a little bit of a hop there, and that's awesome.
Williams, 8 points tonight, had 4 blocks in the first half.
And with young guys like Williams, you want to try to make sure he touches the basketball every other opportunity to keep him involved. He's been huge tonight, create the confidence that he needs by letting him touch that basketball in the offense.
This guy's got a great body for basketball, 6'9", 255. He doesn't look 255, but muscle weighs more than fat.
Oh, yeah. Big old shoulders on him, starting to use those shoulders to create that space.
Fill it. Good pass.
Oh!
Blocked by Sanders.
Jason Sanders just slapped that out of there.
From the baseline. You know, that shows you something. You have a shot blocked. Billett gets it right back and puts it right in. Sometimes
right.
even if somebody else has a shot blocked, it's intimidating.
That's exactly right. Casey Sanders stays home. Nice block with the left hand. Going right to the basketball. Billett catches it, cleans it up.
Billett's hit 2 out of 7 tonight. Duke already with 6 blocks in this game. Williams. Another basket and another foul.
Telling you what, he's doing major work, and I like where he was there when he caught it. He knows where he's supposed to be. He's in the middle of the lane catching that basketball. He's not out here floating around at the top of the key trying to spot up as a jump shooter. He's 6'9", 255. He's in the middle of that lane waiting to get that basketball either to a pass or rebound.
And like a lot of freshmen, he can be just overwhelmed with the situation he finds himself in. But really had a pedestrian season up until now, 6.5 points a game, 4.8 rebounds a game. Nothing to really write home about. Hasn't stood out a lot. So maybe it's coming out party for him tonight.
He's learning, Mike. He's learning.
Oh! Double team. Foul. Let's see who gets it. He was double teamed down low.
Sanders got him. I thought that Sheldon had a good block there. Good job by Elton Brown going to the basket really hard.
And it is on Casey Sanders, his third. The other thing you have to remember about Duke is this game gets closer and closer to the finish. Shavlik Randolph unavailable to them. He's got a lot of minutes all year. Came down with a stomach flu this morning. The crowd booing something, and I'm not exactly sure what.
Officials telling Brown to tuck his shirt in.
Misses the first, he'll get another, and it's 51-34. Some point, Pete Gillen knows his club is going to have to start digging in and cutting into this lead. Brown hits the second, and a loss tonight for Virginia puts them under 500 in the ACC. The way it's going this year, you can't lose at home.
No, you can't. Absolutely not.
And, of course, they haven't lost at home. Riddick. How did that go in?
Oh, how he got it off. Right up under him. He still got that shot off an awkward angle. Great touch.
Shooters can do it from anywhere, I guess. Brown low, and he powers it up and in.
There he goes. He's going to work down there. I mean, he's tough down there, Mike. Just let him touch it every time until they stop him.
53-37. Brown with 15, 9 of them coming in this half. Good matchup here with Billett and Riddick. I mean, these guys as shooters know where the other guy wants to go and exactly how he's going to get there. Billett fought around the screen. Good job. And Riddick threw it away. Excellent defense by Billett.
Riddick left those feet.
Timeout. 11:46 to go. 53-37 Duke.
On this Saturday in college basketball, but this more than a small surprise. Baylor with that shot from Ken Taylor taking the lead on Oklahoma State at Oklahoma State, and Baylor pulls off the upset 74-72. John Lucas had 20. Mike?
All right, Brian, that's a huge win for the Baylor Bears.
Absolutely, man. Wonder they get that win. Wow. What's next?
Billett.
Billett for three, baby. 13-point ball game. Nice play.
Billett has 8 at 53-40. They're on their feet at University Hall. That's only the second three-pointer the Cavaliers have attacked. Dante Jones lost it on the way in.
He lost it initially, turned the corner. He's a little bit out of control. Nice pass by Majestic Matt. Billett squares up. You give him that much space, and he will make you pay.
Big shot from Billett, and that three-point shot can really change the complexion of the game for her. Tomorrow we got a big doubleheader for the premiere of NBA Sundays on ABC Sports, 12:30 Eastern. Allen Iverson and the 76ers against Jason Kidd and the Nets. Then his former ACC great Tim Duncan leading the Spurs against the Kings. NBA Sundays beginning tomorrow on ABC. And Tim Duncan having another brilliant year in the NBA. Got a timeout, 11:16 to go in this one. 19.5 minutes in this game. Virginia's going to come back and win their 11th in a row at home. We need guys like Billett to hit shots. There's a tough runner, and it's in and out. Nearly a steal by Billett.
Had a good look at the basket. Made his last one like that, Mike. Just halfway down. Wouldn't stay in again.
Jones was open for three. Wanted no part of it. Williams and Devin Smith nailed with an elbow, and there's Williams, another basket, and for the third time he scored inside and been fouled on top of it.
Oh, he's so rugged in there, Mike. I mean, he turns and gives Smith a little bow. Did it legally, though. Just turn into the basket. Got to have some room to move. Foul and the basket. Man.
When Devin Smith is the baseline counting his feet.
He took a good pop in the chop. He's fine, though. He'll bounce back.
Williams hits the free throw. 14 points, 4 rebounds, 4 blocks. Pretty good line from the freshman from Forest Park, Oklahoma. 56-40. Knapp got away from the double team. Reddick, nice move to get past Duhan, goes to the baseline and hit it.
Nice job. Billett's starting to search for his shot, which is a good thing. So he's starting to make the shot. In the first half, he just kind of stayed back and didn't shoot it real well. And now he's starting to hunt.
He has 10 right now. You want those guys with a sweet stroke to be looking for.
Absolutely.
Dante Jones goes to the baseline, doesn't get it. Kept alive by Sanders, I believe, and Sanders or Williams will get the foul. Williams.
Jones made a nice in-between move once again, just a little heavy on the shot. Tried to follow it. See, Billett goes baseline. He goes all the way down to the baseline. He left Duhan in his tracks. Touch, boy, he's got to get in front of him. Easier said than done, though, when he's determined to shoot that ball.
Change on the foul call. They'll give it to Ewing. That's his fourth. And Pete Gillen wants to use a timeout with 9:57 to go in this game. His team's still down by 14. College Game Night on ESPN. Of course, they bring you up to date on all the news and highlights from around the country every Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday night. Tonight at midnight, you'll see Dave Rebson, Andy Katz, and Digger Phelps with all the action. Texas Tech on the bubble, Duke and Virginia highlights, Big East upsets. And I owe Digger Phelps a long overdue apology. He is works with government affairs quite a bit, and they wanted to introduce a stamp last March, and I was supposed to mention it, and I never got around to it. So, Digger, in the way of long-range apologies, I'm very sorry. Next time you have a project like that, I will make sure to get it on.
Billett really starting to step up, Mike. We talked about him hunting for his shot. And that's just what they need. Virginia needs the offensive output. And when he does that, boy, he's really effective. I don't get his in or out. He puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
When he was with Rutgers, he put 37 on the board one night. His high for the Cavaliers has been 28, so he can fill it up and has 7 of Virginia's 10 points in this half. Something about shooters, when they get going, they don't think they're ever going to miss one again.
Like a 55-gallon drum when they're hot.
Watson misses the free throw. It's 56-42. Those are big. Front ends of 1 and 1.
He needs those, everything they can get at this point.
And Virginia, not a particularly good free throw shooting team. It's hit only 6 out of 12 tonight. Williams got a really little push off there to save that one.
He's just been aggressive all night. When you're aggressive all the time, the officials let you get away a little bit more because that's the way you play.
He's had a heck of a night. Williams low goes up against Kevin Smith.
He's dominating inside. He's just at will, scoring at will and getting fouled most of the time.
Williams, a powerful young man, 16 points tonight. The lead is back to 16. Kevin Smith for 3. Got it! Smith was one of the big reasons they upset Maryland with that long-range shot. He'll need a few more of those.
I think the thing about Devin Smith is he's not scared to keep shooting that ball, even though he's not shooting well. And when you have guys like that, anything's possible, Mike. Anything's possible.
Duhan has been a great setup guy this year, and he's starting to pick up his scoring and his defense. Watson the pressure. Guess who? Sheldon Williams again off the miss.
Sheldon Williams show tonight. I'm telling you, this young man is having a coming-out party tonight.
Sheldon Williams with 18 points. That matches his career high. Here comes Dante Jones. 1-on-3. A wait for help.
Billy got so deep, couldn't get the good touch off the glass, had an inappropriate angle, and just slid right off the rim. Dante Jones clears and pushes out. Them dudes going to need some time, run their offense. Get the highest quality shots they can get out of their offensive possession. Is extremely smart.
Williams has scored the last 12 points for Duke. Reddick rimmed out.
Good-looking shot, great play. Get him curling off anytime. He's square. I'll take that 10 out of 10 times.
Watson, good lob, and he put it up with the left hand as usual. Got that one over Williams.
I'll get him more touches of the ball. I know we're trying to score points in bunches with Billett and Smith, but gotta let Travis touch that ball every other play as well.
Watson, 6 points, 10 rebounds. Reddick, good fake to get open. Drano.
That's a backbreaker right there.
Woo. Reddick, 15 points. He's hit 3 threes tonight. If he and Duhan and Dante Jones can just shoot the way, not even great, just the way you think they ought to shoot, Duke is going to be really tough down the stretch. That was Brown for Virginia.
I thought Brown was too far away from the basket, but he proved that theory wrong. Nice dribble in, turn away, fade away. He likes that fade away.
63-49. Virginia just hanging around in the neighborhood. Williams backing in against the veteran Watson. Again, shot clock at 5, and Duhan. That was really long three. Missed that one.
We saw him make a couple of night against Wake Forest. Way out there.
Majestic match strip. Dante Jones. Woo. Boy, the Virginia players really yelling at the officials over the lack of a call on that last possession, I believe.
Well, what it was, Elton Brown a few plays before it bumped the ball after a basket, and they warned him, and that time Dante Jones bumped it in the same thing.
Brown drifts into the lane, missed that. Williams with another rebound. 7 boards for Sheldon Williams to go along with 18 matching his career high, and now Duke trying to spread it out a little bit as we go under 6 minutes.
They've really picked up the pace tonight in their offense, Mike. Defensively, I've always thought they were good this season. I thought there was times there was lapses, but the consistency has been defensively. Offensively, they struggled, but tonight, boy, they look great. A lot of different touches. 8 different players scored in the first half.
Reddick, what a pass. Jones got rid of it. Williams puts it in. Oh, that was pretty.
And that happened, Mike, because of where he's at. He's right there at the basket where he should be.
Sheldon Williams has a career-high 20 points. He's hit 8 for 11 from the floor, and Duke extends its lead to 18 points.
Sheldon Williams has been unbelievable tonight. He has dominated inside. Good catches, good touches. That's the first play of the game for him. I mean, just bullloads some shots down low, blocked a lot of stuff. This is all first half action. But he just has been a force, and around that basket, they've had no answer for him at all. He's had 3 3-point plays, I believe, around the goal. They're getting out of his way, as you can see. He is going to work. This young man can continue to perform at this level. He doesn't have to have 20 a night, but at this level, boy, look out.
You know, Brad, you're afraid to make too much out of one game in this league this year because people are so up and down. But you get the feeling that if Duke gets on a roll, as balanced as this league is, they're going to be a very difficult team to stop come tournament.
Oh, they'll be an unbelievable out if you have to play them come tournament time. And, you know, like I say, the maturation of Sheldon Williams, we're seeing it unfold tonight. And this is not a fluke thing because it's happening on the road. It's after they come off a tough loss at Wake with the double overtime, and they had a good quality practice. And the designs early was to let him touch the basketball inside, and they continued to do that. Got his confidence up, and he's playing great.
Now, he was in the starting lineup at the beginning of the season and then did not produce a whole lot. Mike Krzyzewski used him coming off the bench. But if he plays like this, he's going to be starting all the time. Sheldon Williams picked up his 4th on that last possession, so he'll sit down at the 5:16 mark. Virginia needs the free throws from Brown. First, he'll have another. Brown, in spite of that 270 pounds, is very athletic. And he's got that nice touch. You can tell from that fadeaway jump shot that he favors.
He's done a good job offensively tonight. He's given them their only offensive spark most of the night. 18 points.
Sanders gives it up to Dockery. Duke's so good at spreading the floor. Their spacing always seems to be just about perfect.
That's the key to milking the clock and still being able to have avenues to get shots off is the appropriate spacing. That's
shot clock at 7. Duhan, tough off balance shot and got the roll.
Great touch. Great touch.
69-50. Duhan, 7 points, 4 assists on the night.
I don't think Virginia has the energy, Mike, to make the big run. It just doesn't seem like it does.
Matt, offensive foul. And they're trying to untangle some guys as Mapp is down there with Jones. The officials step in and make sure nothing else is going to happen on that play. 4:24 left. Duke in control. 4:24 to go in the game. Duke with its biggest lead at 69-50. Bradley mentioned spacing. Duke's as good as anybody at this.
Absolutely. When you look at the lanes, you have 3 of them to score within. Those are the 3 lane areas, and look at how wide they keep those lanes, how open they are at all times, no matter where the offensive end. They keep the big player above the free throw line, and that allows these avenues to be open. The only thing can happen after the drive by Duhan is the defender has to come over, step up. But look where he's at when he shoots that basketball. That's excellent spacing, the appropriate spacing to give you a good shot opportunity. Great job by Duke.
And that has nothing to do with players or athleticism. That is coaching and practice.
Oh, fundamental. Fundamental.
Virginia trying to go with the trap. Here's our game track. Duke shooting a little better tonight than they have in the last 4 games, 44%. Surprisingly, and I think it's because of the great play of Sheldon Williams, they are out rebounding Virginia 39-28. In all honesty, Duke's rebounding has gotten better as the season has worn along.
And a huge issue tonight is just what they have done with Sheldon Williams. I'm going to be interested to watch them to come out and play their next ball game to see if they go right back to taking advantage of the way this young man played tonight and give give him some good building blocks. Of course they will.
And if he can play that way again.
Absolutely. Build on it.
First 12 games, Duke shot the ball pretty well, very well, in fact. And the last 8 games down to 41. In the month of February, they shot only 35%. And as we said, if they get hot, as fundamentally sound as they are, and the freshmen get all those games under their belt going down to tournament time, as Marty Aronoff, our statistician, pointed out, they're just like the Lakers. People are still going to be scared to death of them when it comes tournament time. Harper, nice drive.
Didn't pick up his dribble, Mike. Kept it alive. No one stepped in front. Went all the way to the basket. That's what you're supposed to do.
72-50. Reddick had to track that one down. Taken away. Harper. Smart play by Duhon just to let it go.
Absolutely. Don't want to foul and create another point opportunity.
70-54 under 4 minutes to go. Reddick got it to Williams, and Williams fouled.
Williams is going right to the basket, too, every time tonight. I mean, it could be a fly on the wall. I know what he was talked to about, because whatever it was, he is going right after it. Reddick catches the ball after the ball's knocked over half court. Byers knocks it away. Harper goes down the other end. Good finish.
Williams has hit his last 6 field goals. This is the first free throw. He'll get another. He already has a career-high 20. Arguably the best game of his career.
Yep.
In a clutch situation, this is the game Duke had to win.
Oh, yes, without question.
Billett looking for a 3-point shot. Goes into Vanderlaan. Back to Billett. Good kick out. And Billett knocks it down. Billett's had a big night. Just hasn't had enough long-range shots to keep Virginia in this. They're still down by 17 with 3:34 to go in the ballgame.
See, Billett plays off Vanderlaan. Nice pass out. Good spacing once again. That's what we talked about earlier. Boy, he's taking a look at it. He can sniff it. He needs to shoot it.
He's hit 3 out of 5 from long range and has 13 points. This week's Big Monday matchup presented by Bud Light at 7 Eastern. Pitt against Georgetown. Brandon Knight against Mike Sweetney. And then at 9, the Texas Tech Red Raiders try to stop the bleeding as they go against the Texas Longhorns. That's not somebody you want to go against when you're struggling.
Coach Knight didn't seem to be too happy today in his post-game interviews. Seemed a little agitated, but
I always found those the most entertaining things in the world about being in a press room when Bob Knight came in after a loss. I mean, you wanted to see who the first 19-year-old kid was that asked a question, because you knew it was going to be a stupid question and he was going to get ripped.
There is some great questions there. How do you guys feel about losing?
Yeah.
I think I feel it. What happened?
And I just started laughing because I wasn't going to ask a question. Duke burning time off the clock. The shot clock down to 8. Dante Jones going to have to take it himself. Now Mike Krzyzewski said, good job. Let's take a timeout with 5 on the shot clock.
Mike Krzyzewski said there's 6 seconds on the clock.
Well, who's your freshman of the year?
Oh, man, I'm just going to put all the names they had and throw them up. You got Bosch at Georgia Tech. You got McCants, Felton, Reddick. I mean, Bosch has had an unbelievable year. Georgia Tech, McCants has been in a little bit of a shooting slump coming out of it. This kid, Felton, whew, I mean, he may be the pick of the litter. He has really done a great job running that basketball program over North Carolina. And Reddick's had an unbelievable year, so can't go wrong with any of them.
Reddick was really the early favorite. I mean, he came out of the gate in a hurry and was just bombs away. Then he hit a slump. Bosch has been consistently good. He's one of the smoothest freshmen you're ever going to see. But I think Felton has shown me more than anybody. I think a point guard's the most critical guy out there anyway. No offense, big guy.
But no, he's got to run the show, and it's hard to be a freshman point guard in this league.
Yes, sir.
And have all that thrust upon you, and he has handled it just marvelous.
Jones on the inbound, trying to beat it.
Good gracious alive!
And he and Vanderlaan go sprawling.
Oh, man! That is incredible.
Where did he take off from?
Oh, my goodness, look at this. Oh, what? Man, I don't know what this is. That is wrong.
To be able to make that with the contact from Vanderlaan, who made up his mind he wasn't going to score.
Good gracious, Mike.
13.6 boards and a
man.
spectacular play by Dante Jones, and they love it if they're wearing dark blue.
Automobile Magazine All-Star, 5 years in a row. Winner, $35,000 to $40,000 category, AAA Auto Guide.
Since the current BMW 5 Series was first introduced, we've found very little to improve on. And apparently, many others would agree.
Car and Driver Magazine, 10 best, 6 years in a row.
BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Yo, we got any eats? What? Eddie up. That's not a lot of loot. Watch me work.
Your meal, your choices with McDonald's Dollar Menu. Sandwiches, sides, desserts at a price you can handle. Just $1 each, every day, only at McDonald's. Got a buck? You're in luck. Must be hungry.
Just a little bit.
That's what I'm talking about.
Parfait, s'il vous plaît.
Say what?
It's French, dog, don't worry.
And now, the high-flying adventures of Captain Taffy.
We all have days when things just don't seem right. Taffies will keep you flying right. Have a taffy day!
It's super good!
Coming, that nasty winter weather, and you're not sure your old car's going to make it through.
My old car had problems. I got a better car at J.D. Byrider, plus a service protection program.
They got me the financing I need and got me into a better car.
Don't risk driving around in your old car. Get to J.D. Byrider, North America's largest used car franchise, and get a better car as easy as 1, 2, 3 drive.
You get the credit, you get the car. J.D. Byrider.
Tax time is drive time.
Virginia, which played Duke so tough at Cameron Indoor, having the favor returned and then some tonight. 73-57. The timeout follows a spectacular dunk by Dante Jones.
That was incredible. Good gracious.
Phillips had that one partially blocked. Looked like Duhan got a piece of it. And Harper commits the foul in the backcourt. Duke has gone very strong inside. In this half, they've had 4 baskets where they also drew fouls. Now watch this.
I mean, look at this, man. Don't worry about the smoke. Worry about the fire. Good gracious. That's a 6'6" guy going to a 6'10" guy. What strength. My goodness. Woo.
Oh, they're loving that. Even Chandler Randolph is not dressed because of the flu.
That was pretty nasty.
That'll get you healthy.
I'm telling you what. My goodness.
And it was funny watching all the people on the Duke sideline breaking out the cell phones, like calling home saying, "Did you see that one?"
Man.
74-57.
You know, Mike, Virginia just has never gotten on track tonight, you know.
Harper, as Reddick got a piece of that from behind.
Past ball games we've done, they started slow, but they've always gotten something going at some point in the second half where they just have not gotten on track tonight. Duke has played well.
That's right. Sports Center follows our broadcast, and Duke calls a timeout to avoid the turnover. Virginia doing a good job on the trap. And Sports Center with Kevin Frazier and Steve Levy. Super Saturday of college basketball on our Attorney, Pretender, and Contender segment. And Selection Sunday is a month from tomorrow. And tomorrow, speaking of tomorrow, stage is all set at Torrey Pines.
Yes,
Tiger and Phil in the last group.
We're going to see about inferior equipment tomorrow, Mike.
I always blame my equipment, so.
We're going to see if old Lefty can back it up tomorrow because the Tiger's stalking. He's hunting. They said he was hurt and he didn't play well the first round and this and that. Yesterday, he started hunting a little bit on him. And,
well, I remember back to when Palmer and Nicholas used to go head-to-head. They would just beat the living bejesus out of each other, and somebody else would sneak in there. Brad Faxon is in that group. You better watch out for him.
Oh, Brad can put that golf ball, man. He hits some greens tomorrow. If he can keep it in the fairway, he has a good chance.
You've become an addict of golf.
I love golf. Not awful, too. That's what makes it.
Well, we're all awful. That's half the beauty of it, I think.
I love to play.
209 and counting. Duke on its way to its first road win in the last 5 tries. Virginia is on its way to its first home loss in 11 games.
Good pass. That's great unselfishness right there by Sheldon Williams, who could have taken that shot. And I'm sure Coach Krzyzewski would have been pleased because he played so well, close enough, but gave it to his teammate for an easy bucket.
Outstanding ball movement all night long for Duke. And Vanderlaan with the offensive rebound in the follow. Too little, too late. Look how smart Duhan is. That clock is running. He's going to take all the time he can, and he'll make the officials stop the clock.
It's hard to pick who to foul on this group, and I guess you have to foul Williams if he ever gets to touch the basketball.
He's not going to get it. Duhan, Reddick, and Ewing, outstanding free throw shooters.
Well, Duke gets that on the road and finally gets that big win on the road that everybody's been talking about.
And that is huge. Vanderlaan with a miss, and there is Dante Jones again. Dante Jones cranking up the high wire act this evening.
Dante Jones highlight film. Shooting slump's officially over, Mike. Dante Jones and J.J. Reddick.
And for Reddick.
I'm announcing that right now. My great awareness and
Dante Jones, 17 points and 8 boards. Good block by Vanderlaan, and Jones is right there to clean it up. Under a minute to go. Duke in control.
Time to leave. Gotta get rid of this pain fast.
The moment of choice, Tylenol or Advil. Which will work better on muscle aches? Truth is, with Advil liquid gels, you can feel better, faster. Only Advil liquid gels give you advanced, liquid-filled capsules that work faster, stronger, better than Tylenol on tough pain. Advil liquid gels rush relief where you need it. Gentle on your stomach, too. For better relief, advance to Advil.
Rated M for mature.
Hey!
The girls of DOA have slipped into something more comfortable. Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball. Tecmo. 100% game.
For hot beaches, there's no power greater than eggs.
Under a minute to go in this one. The only mystery, the final score.
I think the only mystery is how you and I are going to get back to the hotel. It's a blizzard outside. Got to warm the snowmobiles up to get us back over there, man.
You need an ox with chains on. Byers kept it alive. Harper kicks it back out. Devin Smith for 3.
It's flat tonight, Mike. They just can't get it done. Shooting the basketball.
They have gotten off to some slow starts. I guess the last 3 games we've had them. And they survived one of them. The other 2 have cost them. It cost them big time tonight. They've hit only 4 of 18 shots from long range. Billett did his part, but he didn't get any help.
Yeah, they really struggled. Like I say, just something's missing. The energy just wasn't there for Virginia to be a home game and a great opportunity to step up and beat a team that's pummeled everybody over the past several seasons. It's coming off a double overtime loss. Maybe down conference-wise.
I really thought Duke would be out of gas tonight after the double overtime, and especially with missing Randolph with the flu.
Right.
but they have not been. They have come out and they have been very crisp. Dante Jones gets a hug from Mike Krzyzewski. So does Chris Duhon as they come out.
I mean, they've been sharp. I mean, my feet are still hurting from that game the other night. and these kids have just bounced back. It shows the resiliency. It shows the mindset. And, the master motivator, Mike Krzyzewski, he's ready to play at the end of the night.
Robert Lodge, number 15, is in for a rare appearance for Virginia. Vanderlaan keeps it alive. Tosses it out. Here comes Dockery. And Devin Smith did not do a good job of getting back on that one. Byers had it stripped and stolen. Dockery comes back the other way with 15 seconds. Mike Krzyzewski says take it outside. And Duke will just run down the clock. The Blue Devils will go to 17-4, 7-4 in the ACC to stay alive in the race for first place. It's going to go down to the end. We can almost guarantee you that. Our final score here at Charlottesville, 78-59 Duke. Coming up next, Sports Center, Kevin Frazier and Steve Levy. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Brad Daugherty and our entire crew, this is Mike Patrick. Good night, everybody.
Big Ten, Michigan State, and Illinois have been the top two programs in this league since 1997 and 98.
And Dave, over the last 5 years, Michigan State and Illinois, the most competitive rivalry in the Big Ten. I can't really find any scenario where this won't be a close one.
Spartans controlling the tap. Kelvin Corbett coming off the best game of his career, but Michigan State with a turnover. Illinois had turnover problems in their loss at Purdue on Saturday. The freshman point. James Augustine, another freshman, with Darren Williams. 3 freshman starters for Bill Self. And the first foul against Michigan State. Al Anaganye, who starts along with Erasm Lorbeck, Maurice Ager, Corbett, Chris Hill, their leading scorer, their only double-figure score. Augustine, Brown and Williams, all freshmen. Powell, a sophomore, and Brian Cook for the Illini. And Roger Powell starting for the injured Luther Head, who is not expected to play tonight with a groin and abdominal strain.
Quality trip for the Illini today at shoot-around. Bill Self's squad spent about 10 minutes on their baseline out-of-bounds plays. Call was going to Roger Powell. Why? Because it's a big start for him, and they got the adrenaline pump going.
One home loss here for Bill Self. Torbert, who was 8 of 11 against Northwestern over the weekend, a career-high 22 points.
And it was last February that Michigan State came in here and gave Bill Self his only defeat.
Illini missing twice inside. Brown chases it outside. Brown and Williams showing some signs, maybe, Tim, of wearing down. Freshmen who have played a lot of minutes from day one this year. Baseline jumper not there for Brian Cook. Michigan State relying maybe a little less heavily on Hill tonight, depending on how many minutes they can get from Anderson. And Lorbeck shows his range.
But you notice the attention to Chris Hill. He drew the double team. Lorbeck, a beautiful jump shooter from the top of the key.
Tom O'Neill blowing the whistle on Cook for the offensive foul. Tom is on his 8th year. 10-5 against the Illini for the 3-time National Coach of the Year.
Potentially bad news for Illini fans. A closely called game is a big advantage for Michigan State. They go 12 deep. It also helps slow the pace.
Anaganye showing just how unlikely it is he'll take a shot from outside. Lorbeck's another story, and he hits 2 straight. 55% shooter, 6'10" freshman from Ljubljana, Slovenia, makes it 6'2".
Offensively, they They run some nice diversity, nothing fancy. They run a high-low motion game. Try to get the ball to Brian Cook as much as possible.
Air ball that time from Cook. After a nice fake, getting Anaganye off his feet. Hill with the pull-up three. The number 4 3-point shooter in the Big Ten. Out of bounds off Michigan State. We're starting this game with only 2 officials. That's Tom O'Neill. And Ron Zetcher is the other official. Donnie Gray is, believe it or not, having travel trouble, but he is endeavoring to make his way here. He's on his way. We expect to see him, well, as soon as he can make it.
And that looks like it's the second foul on Anaganye. He has spent most of the Big Ten season getting the ticky-tack foul. Probably the strongest player in the entire Big Ten. Would you agree?
Maybe you go beyond the Big Ten. I mean, you have an all-college arm wrestling tournament. I'm going with Big Al. But he's going to the bench after 2 fouls in the first 3 minutes of the game. Their prize freshman, Paul Davis, in for the first time. They go right at him underneath, and Augustine blows the layup.
Might be a good idea to try to get the ball inside and get that second foul on Brian Cook. Job gets much easier if you put him on the bench. Nice to the left. Chris Hill, if you look at the scouting report, it says he goes right very well, not very good to the left. Could have easily been on Brian Cook, which would have been close to nightmare proportions this early in the game.
Hill's numbers, key 3-pointer late in that first meeting at the Breslin Center. It's interesting talking to both coaches and asking them the same questions today. What's going to decide this game?
First of all, Tom Izzo looks at me, doesn't hesitate a second. Loose balls and rebounding. So Bill Self comes in for shooter an hour later. We ask him the exact same question, no hesitation. In a rivalry game, it's all about loose balls and rebounding. So you know what to watch here, don't you, Dave?
I'm going to watch those loose balls and those boards. 8 unanswered by Michigan State after Powell opened the game. And they have done a good job keeping 16,500 quiet at Assembly Hall.
Notice the ball pressure when Illinois tries to get into their high-low. Doesn't allow the sight line to get it inside.
Another foul inside on the Spartans. This one goes on Ager, the freshman from Detroit.
Yeah. I'm going to call that a terrible foul. Why? Well, first of all, you don't foul the jump shooter. That's what the coaches always tell you when you're in Pee Wee basketball. Second of all, D. Brown has not been shooting the ball well at all from the perimeter, so you give him a chance to jumpstart his game and get a little confidence going. You go straight up. Your hand is all you need, and I've got to be honest with you, it looked like there was a lot of ball in that block shot.
And at this point, you want D. Brown shooting if you're Michigan State. Over his last 5 games, 28% from the field. Over his last 2, just 3 out of 15. He gets 2 free throws. Makes it 8-4. You want Darren Williams shooting early. You want Sean Harrington, when he checks in, shooting early. Because none have been hitting outside lately. Second turnover as Nick Smith, big 7'2" center, checks in for the Illini.
Hey, Dave, I want to go back and revisit the loose ball comment from a couple minutes ago. The reason they're so important is because both of these teams are going to blow up the opponent's set because the scouting reports are so deep this time of year. Got to get scrappy out there. You know, you're going to score some buckets off of turnovers and loose balls. That's how you get the easy ones.
Loose ball stolen by Hill and stolen right back by Brown. Boy, they both show what they do best defensively. Quick hand, Augustine, straight on. Would have been a 2, didn't go. We're bringing it right back for the Spartans. Tom Izzo said at the beginning of the year, we're going to run every rebound. We're going to lead the league in scoring. Well, they're 8th. They turn it over again. Smith ahead. Nobody catches Brown. Maybe T.J. Ford would. Even that's questionable.
Yeah, we actually asked him about T.J. Ford. If we put you end-to-end, a race with the ball, who would win? He said a dead tie.
I would pay to see that race.
Pay-per-view.
Just one baseline-to-baseline sprint. Illini break a 4-minute field goal drought. Ager, terrible luck, around twice and out. Ager hitting 37% for the year. Hasn't had a whole lot of luck. Roger Powell starting for the injured head. Bill Self said do not look for Luther tonight. He was extremely limited. Just 16 minutes, 7 points at Purdue.
On that last screen, Nick Smith caught an elbow in the gut. He's doubled over.
Aaron Williams pulls up, hits over Ager. And right back to an 8-8 tie for the Illini.
The thing that impresses me, they made the little comeback with Brian Cook on the bench with one early foul.
Ager looking inside, another steal for Brown. Reading that pass in front of Davis. You already have seen some turnovers based on defensive reads and the expectation of what's coming.
Yeah, and if you go back to the game in East Lansing 2 weeks ago, Michigan State generous with the ball early, had a real big deficit.
Lob it into Smith, who's recovered in time to get the basket. And the Illini the lead with their own 8-0 run. This time they get it inside to Davis. Double teamed, another steal. Darren Williams by himself.
Tom Izzo deciding that he's not going to panic at this point. He wants his guys to run offense instead of calling the timeout.
6 Michigan State turnovers in the first 7 minutes. Outscored 8-2 off those turnovers. Lorbeck drives, Brown to the deck, held ball, arrow goes to the Illini. They were quiet early, they're not quiet now in Assembly Hall.
The NCAA Women's Basketball Championship on ESPN and ESPN2.
Is it safe? Yeah, but hurry. This better be quick. Come on, come on, come on. Whoa, there's no way we can beat Dollar's rates. Hey, how are ya? The meeting's starting. Let's go. Yeah, I'm coming. Yes. Dollar.com? Yeah, from now on. I can't afford us.
When it's your money you're spending, log on for our lowest rates at dollar.com.
I'll get this. Getting a really low rate on this card.
Well, I hope it's a low fixed rate, like my Capital One no-hassle card.
Low and fixed? So what's going to happen to my rate?
Get the Capital One no-hassle card for the nation's lowest fixed rates and no balance transfer fees.
What's in your wallet?
Told you you love them. The Adidas SL4, exclusively at Foot Locker.
ESPN's presentation of NCAA basketball is presented by Dollar Rent-A-Car. When it's your money, log on to dollar.com for our lowest rates.
Darren Williams taking off with the 7th Michigan State turnover. Super Tuesday presented by Dollar Rent-A-Car. It was 8-2 at one point Michigan State. And Tim, in that first meeting, at the Breslin. Michigan State early fell down by 14 points. They came back and won that game, but that's a whole different story doing it at home.
Yeah, this is a dangerous place to be careless with the ball, Dave. Michigan State on pace for 35 turnovers, but it's the variety of turnovers that's really been disturbing to Tom Izzo, because it's almost like a quarterback throwing the interception where the DB runs it back for a touchdown. They've had 2 turnovers in which D. Brown and Darren Williams have had breakaways. They've got to get a little tighter with the ball if they're going to stay in this thing.
And Donnie Gray is in the house. He only missed a little over 7 minutes because of travel issues. I suppose it's miraculous he made it in at all if he was coming in from the east.
Yeah, he missed 7 minutes, but he missed 9 turnovers so far.
And D. Brown with 4 steals, which has already tied his season and career high. He's responsible for 4 of those 7 Michigan State turnovers. Sean Harrington missing his shooting touch lately. Off the bench. And the Illini with the turnover, offensive foul. Super Tuesday presented by Dollar Rent-A-Car continues at 9 Eastern here on ESPN. Ezra Williams and the Georgia Bulldogs facing Irwin Dudley and the Alabama Crimson Tide.
They have a little resume building to do in Tuscaloosa, but Bama plays so much better at home. I would expect that to be an outstanding game.
Adam Ballinger in for the first time, replacing Lorbeck. Some signs last couple of weeks or so he's come out of his deep early season slump. Last year in the Michigan State win, he was the Spartans' leader, 18 points.
Zone defense here by Bill Self's squad. You don't see that much from them.
They check it inside early on Ballinger, rejected by Powell. And Brown leading another Illini fast break, runs right into Hill, loses it. And they'll call a foul in that scramble on Illinois. On Powell, his second.
The second high-rising play by Roger Powell actually was Brian Cook coming from the weak side. It looked like Powell pulled his hand back like he could have had it himself.
Well, either way, as long as they get the block, Powell now gets his second foul. Also heading out is Nick Smith.
Spartans, the hottest team in the Big Ten, winning 4 of their last 5 on offense. An NBA-style attack, very deep playbook. Run a few sets and then they'll flow right into motion. But very good idea to go right at Brian Cook.
New guards in for Tom Izzo. Simbo Brakis, Rasheed Johnson. Very tightly called game continues. Donnie Gray racks up his first foul on Blandon Ferguson, 6'3" senior. 11:42 the first half, 12-8 Illini.